My name is Cathy, and I am from here in East Texas, and I have been asked to introduce myself on this great channel, Trance by Deaf. I have followed Trance by Deaf for a number of years and have enjoyed the collaborators' points of view on many perspectives of being trans, which other channels have not brought out. It is for this reason that I think I can be a big contributor. The reason that I chose the setting that I'm in is I live in a very rural part of East Texas, which is about 150 miles southeast of Dallas and about 150 miles northeast of Houston and about 100 miles east of the Louisiana line. The area is oftentimes referred to as the Piney Woods, and I thought I would show you those piney woods that I live in, which are behind me for this video, and I think that makes a good introduction to where I'm coming from. I live in a very rural, conservative part of the U.S., and particularly in Texas. I feel that I bring three unique perspectives to the Trance by Deaf channel. Perspective number one is I have recognized in some form that I have been trans since about the age of 4 or 5. My earliest recollection is when I was about 5 years old. I was playing with the two sisters that lived across the street from me. We spent a good part of the afternoon building an elaborate leaf house on their front yard. When we had the leaf house done, we were all kind of tired, and the two sisters said, "Okay, you are the husband, you need to go off, and the father, I need to go off and go to work, and I and my sister, I will be the mother, and my sister will be my daughter, and we will play house in that way." And I looked at him and said, "But I don't want to be that. I want to be the mother." Well, what ensued was a lengthy argument about who was going to be mother, who was going to be sister. Finally, the girl's mother came out of the house and told me to go home and told her two daughters to go to the rooms because we were not treating each other in the appropriate manner. That made me realize that I was not playing with the boys, playing baseball in the street. I was playing house with the girls. The first unique perspective that I bring is that I have lived knowing a little bit about being transgender and having transgender feelings through the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, and now in 2010s. That is a long period of time of being around the feelings of being transgender in a very conservative environment. And that brings up lots of different perspectives and different experiences I've had over those years with being trans, both in the closet and out of the closet, and the way in which I have had to act in order to live in this conservative environment I have. When you think that I have to drive 150 miles or about 3 to 3.5 hours to get to the nearest trans meeting or trans center to associate with other trans people, there are just no trans people that I know here in my environment. If they are here, they are so in the closet that they wouldn't even mention the fact that they are trans. And you have to live in this environment, have to be trans in a much different way than you would be if you were in California or one of the more conservative areas around. And I think that's a perspective that I bring to this channel, which other people may not have. The second perspective is that I have reached a point in my transition where I am more or less complete. I have been on HRT for a number of years and have developed beautiful breasts. They are not large. I have not had breast enhancement and do not intend to. The HRT, or hormone replacement therapy, allowed me to develop very nice breasts. The biggest thing that I have noticed from HRT over the years is that it makes me feel like a woman, and the Spiro removes the male hormones from my system and makes me feel like the person that I am inside. And that's what I appreciate about HRT. I do not have any plans at the present time to have SRS or GRS. I just don't feel it's necessary at this time, and I don't like the health risks that go along with it. So I don't plan on having that, which means I am a post-op and probably will always be post-op transsexual, which again provides me with a different way of looking at being transgendered from someone who their main goal is to have sexual reassignment surgery, or SRS. The last is being in a conservative environment, isolated from everybody else. How do you react, and how do you deal with some of your feelings and associations with being transgender? And I feel that that is one of my biggest strengths that I bring to this channel, is advice on living in rural America, in the piney woods that you see behind me, where people are very conservative, not in the more liberal parts of the country where they totally understand or have a better feeling for trans and there is a discrimination. I have to be much more in the closet, so to speak, and much more stealth, to use that term, than do other people. And I think that's a very important contribution that I make to the channel. Again, I'm excited to be here, and I would like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my thoughts and my ideas with you on this great channel, Trans by Deaf. Thank you, and have a good day.